What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this video is about, did Ghost leave Tasha or the family? Now, we all know the scene when Ghost and Tasha was arguing, and she was saying how he left the family, and he had to correct her and say, I didn't leave the family, I left you. But we see in the last episode, Tasha didn't get it. She still doesn't see it that way. And like in another video that I had spoke about, she has brainwashed Tariq to believe that Ghost left him. People get divorced, people get separated all the time. And when that happens, they don't always leave the kids because they left their spouse. That's not the case. Now, if they moved out of town or they didn't want custody or different things, that's a different situation. I'm going to break it on down and I'm going to explain to you why he did not leave the family and why women, unfortunately, when they are scorned, turn the child against the parent, the father, in order to hurt him. And sometimes brainwash the child to believe that the parent wronged the child when the parent no longer wanted to be with the other parent. It never has anything to do with the kids, and we've seen in movies time and time again when the kids say, is it my fault? What did I do? And of course the parents always have to correct them and say, this has nothing to do with you. Okay, everybody watching or listening or whatever the case has been in relationships or know of people in relationships where a woman scorned, won't let you see the child, won't let you see the baby, will try to do whatever it takes to inconvenience you and prevent you from moving on with your life without them. And unfortunately, the child is used as a tool in that situation to hurt the parent. Now, I'm gonna play a clip, okay, about what Tasha said, and then I'm gonna break it on down. So here's the clip. Let's listen, and then I'm gonna break it down. Here we go.
You can't help me. Look, I need some help from this girl, right? But she stabbed me in the back before. How do I work with someone that I can't trust?
Well, after I found out your father was cheating on me, on all of us, I couldn't trust him either.
Facts.
Okay, so as you see in that clip, and I'm only playing the audio portion for copyright purposes, but in that clip you hear her say, when Tariq asked, because he was talking about working with Effie, he needs to work with somebody but he's not sure he can trust them. What should he do? And she said, well, when I needed your father after what he did, I couldn't trust him. After he left me, left the family. And he agreed, talking about facts. Ghost never left his life. Ghost was a part of his life the entire time. I have one person in the comments saying that Ghost did leave the family when he left Tasha because he was going to go to Miami. She thinks that he was going to steal the kids. I suggested she should watch that episode again. He was looking for schools in Miami because in a divorce, you get to split custody. That's common in divorce. People split custody with the children. So if he's going to have them half the time, then they would have to be in school during half the time he would be there with them. So that would only be responsible as a parent to be able to do that. He didn't want to steal the kids from Tasha. He was going to divorce her and make her a very wealthy woman. Tasha was pissed because she was no longer going to be Mrs. St. Patrick. She was actually going to have to manage her money. She was actually going to have to get a job instead of just sitting around the house and doing shopping sprees and buying stuff all the time. And she was pissed. Tariq had no problem with Ghost at all. And he even was going to see him when Ghost was in the hotel because Tasha put him out. He did not leave. And you can say that he cheated, which he did, and he was wrong. But he didn't leave because at the moment he was still trying to figure out what he was going to do. Was he going to leave or was he going to stay? He was still working it out. She just forced him into it. What if he decided he wasn't going to be with her and be with his wife? But she didn't allow him to make that choice. Now you can say, hey, he cheated on me, I'll be done with him no matter what. Well, in a marriage, if that's how it is, then, people make mistakes. And, you got to determine, hey, is that mistake worth it for your marriage and your family? Okay, she cheated as well. He never found out about what she did until he was already gone in months, but she cheated with his lawyer, which was dirty. She cheated with his driver / bodyguard, and she was going to run away with Sean. Tasha was going to steal the kids and run away with Sean. She was packing her bags. She was going to run away with Sean. Sean confronted Ghost to tell him and put a bullet to his head. She was going to kill Ghost. She was going to run away and steal the kids and steal the money. You guys need to watch Power and get it right. Somehow people got Tasha as she's the white knight, or she was so good. Nobody in the show is good, but Tasha was the dirtiest and the grimiest. Ghost was going to divorce her and do everything by the book. She was going to skip town, packing her bags. Rewatch the episode, and the episode when Sean gets killed, it's all laid out. She was hurrying up. She was worried because she wasn't hearing back from Sean. Then when he ended up killed by Kanan, it was all revealed. Ghost let her know. So y'all need to rewatch Power. I know everybody hasn't watched it as me. I watch every episode probably 10 times or more. But that's because I'm doing the show. I'm studying it. I remember it a lot more than some people. And also I'm seeing it from a different perspective. I'm not putting my emotions into it. Some people are feeling one way or feeling another way or whatever, and they're not looking at it analytically. Okay? And whenever a relationship, ladies, men, whenever you break up, that's just sometimes what happens. That's part of life. But your kids are your responsibility, and as long as you're still there for them, you're still a part of their life. You did not leave your kids. You did not leave your family. The family that they were used to and the family that you were may not be that same nuclear unit. But we will always be a family because I'm your father and you my kids, and I'm going to always be a part of your life. That's it. And that's how that bond won't be broken. You could look at it as a 3-way bond between parent, mother and father and child. Well, instead of 3, it's now 2. But, people meet other people, they get married, they have more kids. Now that one child from the previous marriage has kids and brothers and sisters from the next relationship or marriage, and now they're a blended unit family. And now what they were used to is something new now. So people have to keep that in mind. There's no right or wrong way to end or start a family necessarily. You don't want to be so young, but in the most part, that is something that can be done. Ladies, you all need to stop hating on Ghost because he didn't want to be with Tasha no more. She didn't want to be with him when she was with Sean. She didn't want to be with him when she was with Terry Silver. You didn't see anybody that rocked with Ghost hating on Tasha for that. She was dirty for it, period, because you're sleeping with somebody that works with your man, that's smiling in his face every day, and he's paying them for it. That's dirty. That's below dirt, because this man is in your house. She was actually sleeping with Sean in Ghost's bed in his house. Ghost never slept with Angie in their house. Tasha didn't even know who the hell Angie was. Angie wasn't in her face. She had that trick Sean to show her. If it wasn't for that, she didn't know. Ghost wasn't rubbing it in her face. But she didn't mind. And wearing tight booty pants, yoga pants, with Sean looking all up in her booty while her kids is eating breakfast. Or what about with her and Terry Silver all in their house, all in Ghost's office and all of this stuff? I mean, but that's fine, right? That is not worth it. She was more disrespectful to the family, because what if the kids saw them in the house doing that? That's disrespectful. You don't do that in the house where your family was or reside or used to. That's total disrespect. Ghost was wrong and he cheated, and that was wrong, but he didn't bring it into the house. He didn't allow his kids to see all of this or see them. That's the difference. And so, Tasha, she tried to steal the kids. Rewatch, I can't remember offhand what episode it is. It's season 2, and it's the episode when Sean was killed. Okay? Rewatch it. She was packing a black leather bag on the bed, ready to make a quick getaway, steal the kids, and run away with Sean. Not Ghost. Okay? Ghost never was going to leave his kids. He was going to make sure that they was in school. He was going to be a part of his life. He did not want him in drugs. He wanted him to be a good, young, productive young man. What Tasha did was destroyed the family, and having him trying to teach him the game and getting all this stuff. I mean, whatever. The point is, ladies, in any relationship, don't use the kids as a pawn or a bargaining chip or trying to hurt the man this way, because what happens is the kid is the ultimate one that gets hurt. The man is already grown. The kid is the one needing that developmental stages. If the man wants to be a part of the life, the dad, let him. You can all say in the comment, well, what if he don't want to do this or that? That's on him. There's nothing you can do right then at that moment. You can't force nobody to do something. But if he does want to, and you're making it difficult and you're becoming an obstacle, you should stop. Because at the end of the day, whatever problems and things that happens with that relationship, or whatever happens with that kid as problems, that's on you. That's on your soul. Not to say that if he was in his life, everything would be perfect. There's no way to guarantee somebody's life would be great. But you want to give everybody the best opportunities that they can to do the right thing. So, in the end, I'm going to wrap it up by saying, hell no, Ghost did not leave his family. He just left Tasha fat ass. That's why I call her Tasha. That's Tasha. He left Tasha. That's what the hell he did. And it ain't about being black or white. Stop defending Tasha. Everybody defending Tasha and make it look bad. She ain't got no defending, redeeming characteristics or qualities. Ghost got a couple, but I don't sit here and defend him for cheating. I don't sit here and say Ghost was a good guy or this or that because he was a drug dealer and a murderer. I say he was the only one trying to stop. He was the only one trying to get out of everybody in the show that was selfish, and he was selfish too. He the only one that was also paying and looking out for people and trying to help people and do this and that. Hell, he was in jail because he was breaking into Greg's apartment looking out for Tommy. He could have let Tommy and Greg go handle that and Tommy go to jail. But no. Like, Ghost was always trying to do something for somebody to a fault. And it backfired, whether it was trying to help Holly. How many times he tried to tell her, get the hell out of there and give her money. But they made him look like the bad guy. But the one that she kept running to complain on him is the one that killed her, right? Okay. Yeah. She would have had a nice fat little Mississippi knot and she'd still be alive somewhere if it was up with Ghost. Anyway, it's another story, another subject. That's all I say. I never say he was good. I never say he did right. I say he the only one that wanted to do right. He the only one that tried to do good and want to make a change. Anyway, I have to keep it real. A couple of these comments, it's just too much to be typing back and forth, and you needed to hear this from me direct so you get the point. And you probably still won't, and I don't want to make assumptions, but I hope that none of these situations happen in your life. Nevertheless, think on that. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out.